Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, Darth Devious, bringing you another video review this time. And I'm going to make this actually a two-part review because there's a lot to go over. We are looking at the Target exclusive Beast Hunters Predacon Rising Abominus. And you see, it's all the Legends class figures inside the box. And what's really cool about this set is a lot of them have transparent parts, and I am a sucker for clear parts on figures. Always. Some people are making big deals about it, you know, calling them, you know, Jolly Rancher, Abominus, and things like that. I don't think that's fair. I think this is a really cool way to get all 5 of the Terrorcons in one pack and not have to worry about, you know, finding the elusive one that everyone keeps grabbing. So, you know, I have yet to take it out of the package. This is going to be my first time messing with these when I take them out of the package. I figured I'll do 3 of the figures individually, and then the next review I'll do the other 2, and then Abominus all at once. Does that sound fair to everyone? Well, whether it is or it isn't, that's what I'm doing. Bottom of the box, nothing important. Side of the box, nothing really important. But the back of the box. We have to discuss the back of the box. If I can get it to stand. It doesn't want to stand. Anyway, we have to discuss this. Because they misnamed almost everyone. It's like they took some of the names and just went like that. Because here we have, they call Hunger Twin Strike. Well, there's Twin Strike there. They call Ripper Snapper, who's down here. Windraiser, who's actually here. And the only one they got right was Blight, even though his name was originally Blot. I know some of these names are different from the G1. Like, he's supposed to be Sinner Twin. I can't remember the others. I had them. I actually do have. I'm pretty sure I have all of the G1 Terrorcons in my collection somewhere. But I don't have any of the parts to make Abominus. So right now they're all sitting loose somewhere. I know I have him. I have the Shark Guy. I have Blot. I have him, and I'm pretty sure I've got the original Hunger. I gotta look, though. I was gonna look for this video, but really I didn't have that much time to do it. So, yeah, the back of the box, they jacked it up. They really did. I don't know why. It's something so simple of putting the names in the right spot, and somebody screwed up somewhere when they designed the back of the box. Alright. Enough rambling about the box. We want to see figures. Alright, guys. I'm going to open this up. I'll get it out of the package. We'll take a look at Hunger, and we'll take a look at the 2 figures on the right. And then we'll go on to the figures on the left for the next video. Alrighty? Be right back. Alrighty. I've got all the figures out of the package, and as I said, we'll start with Hunger and Blight and Windraiser, which make up the right side of Abominus, and the center, of course. And these guys are all pretty cool. Transformations can be a little fiddly on some of them, but it's pretty cool how much they packed into such tiny figures. I mean, look at Blight here. This clear blue on him is really nicely done. Has a metallic look in it. Pretty cool. Sees his beast face here. He's got a little bit of articulation here. These are pretty much his legs in robot mode. He kind of flips upside down. You know, nothing to really write home about on these guys. I mean, they're Legends class. It's cool that they combine, though. Alright, so we'll leave him here. And he can be a little back heavy. It's hard to get him to stand. Hunger's nicely done. And, you know, He's got some decent articulation for such a small figure. The heads move on ball joints on the necks. They go up and down at the head. So you can get some... He's looking in two different directions. He can see what you're doing. This is on a single joint. You see, like I said, Legends class. The clear red on him, it really, really shows in the light. It really does. I like it, and I'm a sucker for transparent plastic. We've been through this, so yeah, I like this a lot. Take a look at Windraiser next, and he's actually, for such a small figure, he has some better wing articulation than some of the larger deluxe size and Voyager size dragons. I don't get that. I mean, like, his wings fold out. They can go up and down. They can go forward and back at two different joints. You can fold them up against him if you want. You can deploy them. He really is fantastic for a dragon, and even more fantastic considering he's a Legends class. His head goes up and down. It's on a very stiff joint. You gotta be careful with these clear plastic figures. You really do. You gotta take a little extra care with them. Don't try and force something. There's no knees here, but you know the hips are on a ball joint, and this moves mainly for transformation. But you know, hey, it still moves, and the tail moves. That's also mainly for transformation, but you can get some nice looks out of it. So I think out of these first three, I think he's my favorite for right now. Alright? I am going to robot mode these guys. Be right back. If I can get him to stand. He's a bird. He doesn't want to stand. He wants to fly. There we go. Be right back. Alright. Here we have Blight, Hunger, and Windraiser in their robot modes. And they're pretty cool. I will say I think Windraiser is the best, and I think he's the best of the entire set. But the others aren't too bad. I think the worst is actually Ripper Snapper, which we'll see in part 2. Yeah, so Blight we'll look at first since, you know, he's here. We'll zoom in on Mr. Blight here. And you can see his face, it's just... He's got a single red visor, some silver paint, and that's about it for his face. We'll zoom out a little bit. We can look at his articulation. He's got a ball joint at his shoulder, and because of transformation and all that, he has this joint that does that. His wrists can swivel in and out. That's mostly for transformation. Nothing at the head, and his hips are on ball joints. And that's about it. His toes wiggle. He doesn't have, he has a swivel at his knee, but that's mainly for transformation. You really can't use that for anything in bot mode. What's really cool is all their weapons are done in transparent purple. With some, looks like there's a little metallic in there, but not much. And they do combine into a big weapon for Abominus, which we'll see in part 2. And it's actually in the instruction sheet. And I will be happy to report, in the instruction sheet, they have them all named correctly. In case you were wondering. So yeah. So Blight, he's not too bad. Your standard Legends class figure, you know, with articulation. Hunger, he's a bit, as you can see, he's a bit beefier than the other two, but he should be. He's the center of Abominus. It probably would have made more sense if he was a commander class, but what can you do? This is what Hasbro gave us. Oddly enough, both Blight and Hunger here do not have Predacon symbols on them. At least not that I could find. I've been looking. Because he has one. And the other two from part 2, they have them as well. And I'll show them off. We'll zoom in on his face. A little too close there. Okay. Yeah, he has a silver visor, and then everything's just red clear plastic. And he comes with the hammer. I've been working on the railroad all the... Okay. Articulation-wise, his shoulder's on a ball joint, and because of transformation, he gets an in and out joint. Nothing else. Nothing at the head, obviously. None of these guys have head movement. Their heads are extremely small. And he's got ball joint in his hips, and his feet, which are the beast mode heads, go back and forth. And I know the camera's making him look like a darker maroon red, but he really is. He's a nice red. He's almost the same kind of red that you get with like an Optimus Prime. And it's nice and clear. I like that. And the paint jobs are pretty good on these. It's sometimes hard to paint clear figures, but they did pretty good. I'm liking this exclusive set so far. So put him back, and we're going to look at my favorite, Mr. Windraiser, who, unfortunately, his weapon doesn't stay pegged in his hand too much. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something. Because Twin Strike has the same weapon here. I'm going to see if maybe it's just... Yeah. Alright, we'll give that other one to him. He holds that one a little better. He probably has some of the best articulation of all of them. I mean, he's got ball joints here. He's got another ball joint at his elbow. So you get lots of movement with that. Ball joints at his hips. Nothing at the knees, but none of these guys really have knees. Legends class. Gotta keep saying that. But he has a Predacon symbol. I'm gonna zoom in, see if I can get this. It's kind of tiny. But yeah, ooh, too close. Come on, zoom in. Focus. There you go. You can see he's got it on his shoulder. While we're here, we'll look at his face. Come on up. Look at his face. And his face it's hard to see because it's yellow clear plastic with yellow paint on it. So the details kind of tend to get washed out. Not much you could do. Nice red eyes, though, on such a tiny, tiny figure. Now, the vibe I get off of him is almost like Swoop, like from animated. Not the G1 Swoop, but like animated Swoop. Where the wings are on the arms and the head tucking in to the chest like this. Very nice. It's very nice. And the wings don't really hinder his articulation. I mean, they're big, they're there, but they get out of the way nicely, and it's nice that they fold up. So, yeah, I think, yeah, he is my favorite of the 5 of them, I will say. He's pretty cool. So, there we go. Alright, we're going to wrap this part up. In the next part, we will take a look at Twin Strike and Ripper Snapper, and then we'll combine them into Abominus and see how Abominus holds up. Alrighty? So be good. I'll see you in part 2.